in all there.
Take the beat. Heels.
Skip. It's first, this 130, 15 yards. You want to watch it line if they keep like that. Could be defense.
No, so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off their control in the front. Here's a very tight for the defense. Someone's going to run.
The third. Down. That for 7 yards.
The game was coming. He's run. You're calling outing plays that are working. Big offensive lineman up just in a minute. Do they out to stop? Do it. So
it's on the carry. Second down. Run couple here. Second. On Michelle. Their 2-yard lead to do. It's time and 6. Job him to it. Of course, he's kind of reigning defensive week.
People get up in the week, get a bunch of spits. Like you make, most of the players are just like we saw. Keep gains, make the fundamental.
Hey. 55.
Third downs. Looking. They're on front of that goal.
The ball, there's no last to really perform in her. Would dare this week in practice, a lot of going to increase their.
And we're getting in that pregame they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people can stat. That's how they motivate.
That'll just time to get.
It'll be a run. Start that'll be a kick. C ball.
Second and goal. Yard line now. Try again. To the pick up a 2 straight shots. Go to the air.
The pop exit. You're probably going play at it. Getting down is a ball. I run and 4 down territory.
Jones. Addy's brought his way in. Partner, we had 6 so in the first.
Last one's blocked. Let's continue different discovered angles.
We're so disrespectful. Trend is here as we go. How do they win this? return there to 33. Coming to the line here to begin the drive. The Seahawks on. They punted at it. What, Charles, you think they did? Yeah.
Well, let's just go expression. Win. First, make it 7 yards and make it a second and manageable. For that, you don't want 6 because then it's like
Flips up the 4 before attack. Sends it first.
Walking by the interior of the offense. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a hole. Gallop through. Back to the huddle. He better be Mahomes and thanking him. He's to rumble.
Now Wilson. And up to what's in. Safety Collins, the one in there. Way.
Didn't have to open down, new coverage. Right, able to one open.
2nd and 10 after the incomplete first. Gonna in for the end. And it's in. Too much contact. We're down.
The contact the way it appeared lag on board. Get it, and as a look you play and jostled.
He's got again his attack. Again is attacked at the Niners 1 yard.
And gather there, right there.
They're going to stop the line. It's just not be found whatsoever. Really nothing on that. He rifles that, picked off top.
Droning in ordinary. Look at the scheme and just give them a credit. They did it right.
This ground down. And he'll only at his 3-yard. 3 yards. The parent it'll down.
Expression 3 yards. In this case, coach longer than right and chew out on surface. You see the pedal. Nice play by the.
On set, Jones complete to Chris. Get him down here at the 3. There's the there, and it's a first. To the 30 down. He'll get it's a first down. Niner.
This is a break defense because on a lot he's going to attack. Sized up tackles.
The ground up. Michelle. Yep. Bring it down.
And they good at that game. Consider his had against him.
The pickup second and seal it. They'll be down. For Tara down Sanford. The 14 yards. Finding its leg. There's another first and 10 on the ground. And corralled, but not get a third. First and for 14 yards.
Usually guys run and fits, doesn't it? Ability to break tackles. Feet never stop moving.
About first and 30 for Michelle. And the 30 to the
play. That's up a very second of a gain on that. one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They run here with Singletary, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
I can't believe they even let you play. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 9, check 9. Slam, slam, slam.
Again, it'll be Singletary. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Andy Janovich, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol.
3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
Goff now looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Touchdown, baby. Keep it rolling.
Devin Singletary, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas now to add the PAT. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score Giants 23, Eagles 7. Albrecht Rosas to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Garoppolo now sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A throw over the middle taken in. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Yeah, baby.
Gerald Everett, his second touchdown on the season, as they are able to cut into that lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that trims the lead down to 9.
The score, Giants 23, Eagles 14. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Bring it up.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Come on, D. Super. 56.
Now gone.
slant.
They shakes him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Let's get that ball.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
We go tonight. 180. Man, I got you.
They'll run a draw now with Singletary. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
At the 31-yard line.
Right there. Value three. Hey, Delta. We ain't beginning this hurt. Ric Flair. Don't get nervous. He's coming.
From the 31, Goff.
Check 52.
He'll find Miller. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Mike, go. 56. 180. 56. I'm coming after you.
Now a first down throw. Goff. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Devin Singletary in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
56. I got it.
They go right back to Singletary. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
From the gun, here's Gone. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Pick the edge. Come. 11. Wide. Get wide. 36.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gordon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check. Shift. Watch the shift. Check 99. 11.
This is Gordon. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. Mike. Here we go. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 3. Watch twist. Check.
Here's Gordon. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Focus. 57's a Mike. Let's set a tone, fellas.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. but I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Six guy. Check six guy. Hey, alert. Alert. Alert.
They're going to run. This is Gordon.
Get it.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Target. 12.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Let's go.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
The 17-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I got wide.
Goff. This is Miller, complete. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Goff now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Singletary. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
From the 36, Goff. It's caught. It's Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
First down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so...
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
That's the end of the third quarter.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Three red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Andy Janovich with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Tight right. Dick. We got Dick.
To throw is Garoppolo. Throw caught here by Bird. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Let's go.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Garoppolo now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Garoppolo again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. On the counter, here's Gordon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
21. Here we go. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
21. 57.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The pass complete. It's Bird. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Eagles first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here we go. 180. All you get is a headache.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 40, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
Touchdown, Giants.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third down and 12.
Blitz. Let's go. Come on.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run it here with Gordon. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
All day.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
Let's go.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Lorenzo Carter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Defense, give me that ball. Two. That ball, defense. 2. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. It's going to be a long. It's going to be
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
On the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
Hut. 180. Mike's 59. Hey, check. Turbo set.
And they will take a knee here.
Goff on the keeper. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down. Today's final score.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things.
Today's final score.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things.